Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to Dinta Amelia's channel. In this video, I would like to read Sirah Nabawiyah as the midterm test of extensive reading, and then I will read chapter 5. The title is The Status of Women in Islam. Okay, let's start it. 5. The status of women in Islam. Study of the Quran and the Hadith tell us that in Islam, a woman enjoys the same status as that of a man. The Quran says, "You are members one of another." 3 of 195. There is no difference between the two as regards status, rights, and blessings, both in this world and in the hereafter. 1. The first verse that we find in the Quran on this subject is as follows. Mankind, fear your Lord who created you from one soul and created man's mate from the same soul. From these two scattering on earth many men and women. Fear God in whose name you address one another. And be careful not to sever your ties of kinship. God is watching over what you do. This verse of the Quran tells us that God has created man and woman from the same soul, that is, from the same substance. The entire human race has come from Adam and Eve, the first man and the first woman. Look, in this way, human beings on this earth are both and the brothers and the blood sisters. 2. Another verse of the Quran reads, "It's He who created you from a single soul and made from him his mate so that he might find comfort in her." This verse stresses the aspect of commonness between man and woman. What is common between the two? That's it, both are a source of comfort to one another. The word comfort relates to all the activities of life, meaning thereby that God has created man and woman in such a way that they assess one another all matters of life in order to go on a life's journey peacefully and successfully. 3. There is another verse in the Quran which tells us that men and women have equal status in God's sight. None is superior to the other. "I will not let the deeds of any daughter among you go to waste, be he male or female. You are members one of another." Abdullah Yusuf Ali, the well-known commentator on the Quran, remarks in his commentary on this verse, "In Islam, the equal status of the sex is not only recognized, but in extension. If sex distinction, which is a distinction in the nature, doesn't count in spiritual matter, artificial distinction, such as rank, wealth, position, race, color, birth, and etc., would count even less. Thus it will be the very same virtues in thought, words, and deed which will be prerequisite for both sexes to enter paradise. If the qualities of piety, humanity, honesty, patience, and compassion are demanded of men, they will in like measure be demanded of women. Fourth, there is a hadith which also explains that women are the other half of men. That is, they are equal half of one another. The Quran says that men are in the church of, that is, maintainers of women. This doesn't mean that men have a distinctive status of a woman, that being maintainers of a woman has never been instead as a form of discriminatory treatment. It rather concerned the practical management of the home, for which the man is held responsible. However, this doesn't mean that a woman will never be allowed to shoulder these responsibilities. If she finds that she can bear this burden, no objection will be raised from any quarter. One example of this can be found in the Quran with reference to the people of Seba. They live in Yemen. The famous dam of Marib made their country very prosperous and enabled it to attain a high degree of civilization. The Quran tells us that they were ruled by a woman. Without disproving of her role, Bilqis, the queen of Seba, was very wise and sagacious, even more so than the man in her court. She didn't want to imperil her country in war, while the man advised her to confront her enemies, namely Solomon's army. Abdullah Yusuf Ali writes, in Bilqis, we have a picture of womanhood, gentle, prudent, and able to tame the wilder passions of her subject. It is an accepted principle with the commentators of the Quran that when the Quran reports something without any disapproval, that means that has been approved by the Quran. So when we look at the incident in the light of the Quran, we find the status of woman even higher than that of man. A woman in the church of man, and she has shouldered this responsibility with greater delicacy. Choose the example of the Queen of Seba, having found mentioned in the Quran, shows that rulership is a man's monopoly. A woman can be a queen over a man, and the Quran has itself thus felt to it. Okay, that's all for me from chapter 5, the status of woman in Islam, of life and teaching of the Prophet Muhammad book. Thanks for watching. Bye.